jekora approach to solve this particular problem?
Okay, so when you are hauling over such distances, you have operational costs, maintenance costs going up. Then your turnaround time is also limited, so you have a limited number of people you can serve. Now, if you are able to teach your clients the art of separating, for them to understand, incentivizing them, because nobody would do things freely. Every human being wants free things, right? But you incentivize them to do it, and what we do is that the imposed rates by the assemblies, we give a discount on it, and then we take them through training for them to see and get the benefits situation for everyone, and also for the environment.
And also for
because the problems that landfills create for the environment, which impact negatively on climate, you are going to abate them or reduce them to the barest minimum. Our primary aim is to avoid contamination. Once you contaminate, it's a huge cost to clean. So we come for the organics, and then we send it to our Fortify production plant.
Oh, Fortify?
Yes.
Wow.
It's a partnership owned by TMA, Tema Metropolitan Assembly, and then Jekora Ventures. Now, the formulation of the product also was done by International Water Management Institute. All the equipment that we are using there were fabricated by CSIR. So in doing this, we couldn't do it alone, but we had to come into appropriate partnerships with agencies that had also focused on best practices in the environment, and we've been able to do this. So we send it there, and then liquid waste, let's say toilet sheet. Excuse me to say that it also contains a lot of nutrients, organic matter content. So the separated organic waste, which is non-contaminated from lead, acids, batteries, and other things, is mixed together with this. We use a process called dewatering and then composting, using temperature to regulate. Over a period of 90 days, you get a very good product, which is qualitatively far better than the chemical fertilizers we import. Waste normally is the general term we call it here, and it's very popular. But waste can actually be a resource, and there's a scientific way of analyzing it, knowing the constituent parts, and then there are technologies that can be applied. So when you have that at the back of your mind, you'll be able to save based on the waste types. You know, we bundle everything together, so it is waste. That's useless. But if you are able to know the constituent parts, which the AMA has done, for example, currently the figure of about 60% of the constituent parts is ascribed to organic biodegradable waste. And then we know that that can be channeled into creating organic fertilizer. So if you're able to get this and separate it at source, that's an innovative way of diverting the bulk of the waste from the landfill. Plastics is a major problem for all of us. It's scattered all over. But from plastics, you can create plastic pellets. You can create products that are needed on the market. Even textiles, some of them are being created from plastics now. So you design an innovative system of capturing this in a pure form to beat down the cost of the end product, so that it's an innovative way of creating jobs, creating another line of economy.
Wow.
And then about 7 being paper. You add these three, you have over 80%. And this is what everybody would normally lump into one box for the contractor to come and carry and take away and travel maybe 100 kilometers in and out.
To go and dump it somewhere.
Meanwhile, using fuel, wear and tear, sweating to buy the equipment from outside, and then you go and dump it somewhere. When you dump it at that place, the problem is not even done with.
So the waste is still there.
It's still there, and then you have gases, greenhouse gases being emitted through the decomposition process there. Climate change, a lot of it, some of it, a greater proportion is from the haulage, Fortify, for the compost. Now when it comes to the paper waste, not ordinarily to the uninitiated eye, paper waste, you may have plastics on them, you may have other. So we have a holding point where we do what we call the first stage pre-processing. So if there are plastics on them, you remove them. Unwanted things that off-takers wouldn't want, you remove them. You reduce volume, you bale, you compact, and then they come and take it off. In doing this, you are diverting what ordinarily would have gone to the landfill, and then you would have spent a lot of money as jekora on fuel to travel in traffic. But a company needs it, somebody sitting at home needs, let's say, a toilet roll or an egg crate, and you are creating a line of jobs. And based on the, natural economic principles, supply, demand, production, distribution, consumption, these are systems that doesn't need government subsidy. The individual needs it. So you create that circular. We are all operating franchise agreements, and there are obligations stated clearly in them. Performance expectations, the key stakeholders being AMA, that is the owner of the waste,
of course,
and the regulator too. And then you have the generator, who is producing what is valuable by things that it is waste. And then you have the service providers, and there is a monitoring scheme that is in it, and the evaluation has been going on. Well, since we started in 2009, evaluations have been going on, but this year that it has become public. And to break it down simply, the basic ones are coverage and performance.
Okay.
Yeah, coverage is the number of clients that you are servicing within your assigned zone. Performance is you are meeting the performance standards, and you are being measured according to that. You are reporting on your delivery at each point in time. And when the assessment is being made, it is interactive. All the companies come and sit down, AMA presents its case, and you are allowed to critique. And criticisms which are found fair are brought onto it. So the final one that came out was very interactive. Well, in general terms, I think all of us exist in the environment, and life, all human endeavor takes place within the environment. So we must position the environment at the center of everything. I may dare say that even political parties should place environment at the center of ideology. So when we do that, then all the rest, the implementation policies will fall in line. Attitudes will change, value systems would improve, and then we can make progress, and Mother Nature will be happy with us. Otherwise, Mother Nature doesn't need us. If we misbehave, it will punish us severely.
Mega 16 award-winning company in waste and recycling manufacturing, implementing partner to Mayor of Accra initiative on waste segregation in basic schools in Osuklote. Jekora, the waste management professional.
Fortify and one.
Fortify. Yeah, there's some.